a virgin.
He's like, really? Do we have to bring that up? Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. Today I thought we would do Hocus Pocus from 1993. I do not know much about this film. I know it's about three witches, and I know three witches at one point make fun of a kid because he is a virgin. I do remember this film being on when I would pass by TV and stuff like that, but I never actually sat down to watch it. I know that there's a sequel to this one that recently came out last year, and everyone was talking about it and how it's not as good as the original, which films typically are not better than the original. But I also read that they are in production for another one, making a third one basically. I don't know if it's in production or not, but I heard that they're making a third Hocus Pocus. That's all that I know about this franchise now. So let's go ahead and just get into Hocus Pocus. Walt Disney Pictures presents. I like the music so far, right out the gate. Just bam.
Emily! Emily! You wake my father. Summon the elders. Go!
So this has happened before. What is this? The Hansel and Gretel?
Yes.
We like his expression.
Continue with our spell now that our little guest of honor has arrived.
I noticed Sister Sarah isn't helping.
I lured the child here.
Leave her be. She had done her chore.
Mix blood of owl with the herb that's red. Turn 3 times, pluck a hair from my head.
Now you're breaking and entering. But it's understandable. I'm just kind of surprised that he actually, was willing to go back into the house to do it.
I smell a child.
Yeah, what dost thou call that?
A child?
It would be more impressive if he said he smelled 2 children instead of just the one.
All right, girl. Open up your mouth.
No!
I knew I smelled a boy.
Okay.
Get away from my potion!
Emily!
'Tis her life force. We will share her. I am beautiful. Boys will love me. We're young. Well, younger. Whatever shall we do with him?
Let's barbecue and fillet him.
Hang him on a hook and let me play with him.
No.
Let me play with.
Twist the bones and bend the back.
Trim him of his baby fat.
Give him fur black as black, just
Like this.
So they're turning him into a cat? Yep. Kind of looks like Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
hide the child.
Witches? There be no witches here, sir. Spending a quiet evening at home.
Sucking the lives out of little children.
What hast thou done with my son, Thackeray?
Thackeray. Cat's got my tongue.
Oh, so that was Thackeray. I can't say his name properly. Hopefully I said it correctly.
One All Hallows Eve, when the moon is around, a virgin will summon us from under the ground.
So that's how that comes into play. The whole the virgin thing. I wonder if the cat's gonna live.
The Sanderson sisters were hanged by the Salem townfolk.
I bet the cat's still alive somehow.
Say that on Halloween night, a black cat still guards the old Sanderson house.
Yeah, it would have to be the son.
Give me a break. But everyone here knows that Halloween was invented by the candy companies. It's a conspiracy.
It just so happens that Halloween is based on the ancient feast called All Hallows Eve. It's the one night of the year where the spirits of the dead can return to Earth.
Wouldn't say that. Well, I would say that too, but there's also Walter de Monte. Or I can't say that either. Walter de Monte, but you guys know what I'm saying. I think he gave her his number.
Just all this Halloween stuff.
You don't believe in it?
What do you mean, like the Sanderson sisters? No way.
Not even on Halloween?
Especially not on Halloween.
Trick or treat?
Is it her number?
Who are you? Max.
From where?
LA.
Oh, dude. I'm Jay. This is Ice. Let's have a butt.
No thanks, I don't smoke.
You got any cash? Hollywood?
No.
We don't get any smokes from you. We don't get any cash. What am I supposed to do with my afternoon?
Maybe you could learn to breathe through your nose.
He thought that was funny.
Whoa. Check out the new cross trainers. Later, dude. See ya, Hollywood.
Stole his shoes. But I think that was kind of a 90s thing back then. Or 90s trope is to steal somebody's shoes. I could be wrong about that though.
Sucked.
Hey, watch your language.
Oh, we could have said much worse. Okay, who's watching him?
Oh, Allison. You're so soft. I just wanna...
Danny!
His sister. Thought it might be through the blinds, but it's not through the blinds.
Kiss me, I'm Allison. You're gonna take me trick-or-treating.
Well, she can take you.
She and Dad are going to the party at Town Hall.
Well, you're 8. Go by yourself.
No way! This is my first time!
How was it your first time and you're 8 years old? Maybe I know people that take their 2-year-old to go trick-or-treating. 2 or 3 years old.
Hey, you're taking me.
Wanna bet?
I don't know why he acted the way that he did, because it doesn't make sense to go and sit and pout on the stairs like that. I mean,
Stop and pay the toll, kid. 10 chocolate bars.
Drop dead. Moron.
Whoa.
I get why pick on the kid, but not her.
It just so happens I've got my
Yes.
big brother with me.
Why pick on him because they're about the same age?
But what are you supposed to be? A new kid on the block?
They're all right. New kid on the block. They're okay.
Ice. Here.
Max Dennison.
Allison.
Oh, Allison.
By the way, Danny, I love your costume.
Thank you. I really like yours too. Of course, I couldn't wear anything like that because I don't have any, what do you call them, Max? Yabos?
Why don't we go to this old Sanderson house? Well, come on, make a believer out of me.
He's willing to do anything to get to know her.
Whoa.
Okay, somebody has to be watching them now through the window. And it would be the kid that got turned into a cat.
What's that?
Oh, it's the black flame candle.
Legend says that on a full moon it will raise the spirits of the dead when lit by a virgin on Halloween night.
Stupid cat!
Oh, come on. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
Name drop of the movie.
Max, no!
Uh-oh.
I like the sound effects. It sounds like they're snapping a picture.
What happened?
A virgin lit the candle.
We're home.
How do they not see the people inside the...
Smell children. Suck 'em.
I smell children.
It's a little girl. 7, maybe 8 and a half. Oh, let us play with her.
It was I who brought you back.
And she's so well fed, isn't she?
Hey! Look on my little sister.
Hello. Goodbye.
Third one.
You leave my brother alone!
Get this beast! Max, come on, let's go!
He makes fire in his hand.
He makes fire in his hand.
Oh, come on, you!
Well, they haven't seen a lighter.
Come on, you fool!
Nice going, Max. You can talk.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now, get the spell book.
It is but water!
And water doesn't affect you, apparently.
It's a grave. It's hollowed ground. Witches can't set foot here. Follow me.
Convenient that it's unlocked.
Give you an idea of exactly what we're dealing with.
Why does that sound like Jason from Boy Meets World? I think he was the guy who dated DJ Tanner in Full House for a little bit, the rich snobby guy.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. The magic
That brought us back only works tonight on All Hallows Eve. When the sun comes up, we're dust.
Well, in a sense, you are toast.
Then we must find the book, brew the potion, and suck the lives out of the children of Salem before sunrise.
You explained it beautifully when
Explain what?
The blonde sister's not too bright.
I'd failed Emily, but I wouldn't fail again. I guarded the house on All Hallows Night when I knew some airhead virgin might light that candle.
Nice going, Airhead.
Hey, look, I'm sorry, okay? Let's torch the sucker.
It's protected by magic.
Makes sense that it would be protected by fire.
Brave little virgin who lit the candle. I'll be thy friend.
Hey, take a hike!
Ouch!
She likes Max.
Grab the book!
They can't touch us here, right?
Well, they can't.
I don't like the way you said that.
But they can raise the dead, apparently.
In here!
He might be headless, but he can still do stuff.
What is this place, pigs?
It's the old Salem crypt.
Follow those children, you maggot museum, and get my book. Then come find us. Start collecting children. Why? Because, you great buffoon, we want to live forever. Not just until tomorrow. The more children's lives we snatch, the longer we shall live.
I thought they would just suck the children for their life essence, basically of how many years that child would have lived. And yes, they do have to split it amongst the three of them, but it should be, you know, about 20 years for each of them. So it's like 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, because people live into their 60s typically, 60s, 70s, 80s, or whatnot. So you could split it up between the three, and it would be good for, you'd be good at least for, you know, 20 to 30 years.
Binks, look out! Whoa, speed bump!
I wonder if he's gotten 9 lives. Yep, 9 lives.
I hate it when that happens. What? I told you I can't die.
Oh, he can't die, so thought it was a 9 lives situation.
I smell children.
Marvelous.
Sisters, I'm very confused. I smell children, but I don't see children. I've lost my power. Master!
What kind of costumes are these? It's the Sanderson sisters, right?
At your service.
So they don't get the idea of Halloween.
I broke into the old Sanderson house and I brought the witches back from the dead.
You lit the black flame candle.
He doesn't believe it. Yeah, he's gonna see if they've been drinking.
And he's a virgin.
He's like, really? Do we have to bring that up?
Are you a virgin?
Yeah. Look, I'll get it tattooed on my forehead, okay?
Thought I was a real cop.
Now that I did not expect at all.
Wow! Neat brew!
Master, would thou dance with me?
I've seen this commercial so many times. I remember that commercial, I think.
Okay, that's it. Party's over. And these are not hobgoblins. Oh, see?
Cool it, man!
A child.
Weirdos! Where children wear costumes and run amok.
Amok.
Thank you.
Mom? What are you supposed to be?
Madonna.
This cat here, Binks, right? He can talk. My brother's a virgin. He lit the black flame candle. The witches are back from the dead and they're after us. We need help.
How much candy have you?
Exactly. They don't believe her.
Your kids are in danger. 300 years ago, the Sanderson sisters bewitched people. Now they've returned from their grave.
How do we get them to believe that?
I put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Disney's music.
Your wretched little lives have all been cursed because of all the witches working. Now you're mine.
I do like this song though. I think they actually did put a spell on them so that they couldn't stop dancing.
It is a prison for children.
Yeah, it's called school.
Welcome to high school hell. I'm your host, Boris Karloff Jr.
Hello, welcome to the library.
That almost sounded like Siri.
Quel genre de livre?
Now you really are melting.
Farewell, Winifred Sanderson.
Well, Binks is kind of trapped forever now, unless there's a. We haven't got to the third act, I don't think yet.
Take good care of Danny, Max. You'll never know how precious she is until you lose her.
This is not the time to be splitting up.
Where do you think you're going? You're a Dennison now, buddy. One of us.
Come on, Binks, let's go home.
Home.
Milk and tuna fish every day, and you'll only hunt mice for fun.
You're going to turn me into one of those fat, useless, contented house cats.
You betcha.
You betcha. Been a while since I've heard that. Yep. Knew it wasn't over.
Why was I cursed with such idiot sisters?
Just lucky, I guess.
Just lucky, I guess.
Man, how come it's always the ugly chicks that stay out late? We think you're really cute.
Hush! Oh, come home or make thyself known.
Or make thyself known. I like that.
Poor Binks.
Yeah, or Binks.
Book. The witches used it to put the spell on him. Maybe there's a way in here to take it off. Well, the witches are dead. What harm could it do?
You think that they're dead.
Nothing weird so far.
They opened it! Just when our time was running out. Come, we fly!
Fly! On what do we fly?
That's a fair point because the brooms are gone. They'll have to use the old ones, I guess.
Into the night!
vacuum cleaner?
Only a circle of salt can protect thy victims from thy power.
Circle of salt. What do you mean by that?
We were just trying to help you.
Well, don't! Nothing good can come from this book.
Too late, they found the house.
So,
It says form a circle of salt to protect from zombies, witches, and old boyfriends.
yeah, and what about new boyfriends?
Max, the book is gone.
Danny, wake up.
That actually got me to jump.
Looking for this or this? Salt, but it will not save thy friends. No. Come, sisters. The candle's magic is almost spent. Dawn approaches.
Little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment.
He's got a beautiful voice. I wonder what age it stops working, because it doesn't work on teenagers apparently.
Winifred said, the candle's magic will soon be spent, and dawn approaches. The black flame candle only brought them back for this one Halloween night. And unless they can steal the lives of children, when the sun comes up, they're dust.
You said it was 5 a.m., so it's only going to last for another hour or two. Because the sun might come up around 7 o'clock or so.
You're the ugliest thing that's ever lived, and you know it!
You die first.
I thought that was already self-explanatory that she would die first.
There's a power greater in your magic, and that's knowledge. Hey, come on, man. And there's one thing that I know that you don't.
No. And what is that, dude?
Daylight savings time.
That is true.
It's okay, Vince. I got you.
Hot cat! Hot cat! Hollywood! Help us out here.
Tubular.
At least it would take a while. The sound effects like cars. I have just noticed that. It's like every single sound effect so far seems like they would have been in with the car. Especially when he kicked over that pot. Where are you gonna run to though?
Look, the candle's almost out. There's just enough left for one child. Perfect for that little toe-headed brat. I want to get that little rat-faced kid that called me. Oh, don't say it, Jody.
Ugly?
So Danny, well, you don't have the time.
Are they following us?
No.
That's kind of creepy. Hit the brake.
Resisting arrest.
I would be worried about the other two. I wouldn't celebrate just yet.
Billy! Billy, listen to me. Kill him if you must. Just bring me that child back. Don't come along now.
Buck-toothed, mop-riding firefly from hell.
I killed you once. I shall kill you again.
In we go.
Here they come.
What's the plan here? Because they didn't tell us the plan earlier.
Go to hell.
Oh, I've been there, thank you. I found it quite lovely.
Billy, I think you dropped this.
Uh-oh. That was not a smart move on Danny's part.
Bye-bye, big brother. This'll teach you to call people ugly.
Why catch it? Why did you have to catch it?
Put her down or I'll smash it.
Smash it and she dies.
Yeah, you shouldn't have caught it in the first place.
Max, no!
teach you a lesson you'll never forget.
All he has to do is fall, right? Fall into the hallowed ground. Come on, come on. She turned to stone. So they were actually destroyed instead of just dead. Did that affect Binks as well?
Hanks!
He's gone. He's gone, Danny.
But he can't die, remember? Is that you?
Yeah,
Yeah, the curse was lifted and
the witches are dead. My soul's finally free. You freed me, Danny. Thank you. Thanks for lighting the candle.
That three Binks!
It's Emily.
you must go to her.
That three Binks? What took thee so long?
I'm sorry, Emily. I had to wait 300 years for a virgin to light a candle.
And they're still not letting it go. The book is still active.
I had put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
Alright guys, that was Hocus Pocus. I gotta say that I actually liked this one quite a bit. It didn't turn out that way in the beginning. I just thought it was another Disney Channel DCOM. But if you actually sit down and really dissect it and stuff like that, there's a lot of good things that were in this movie, and if you really pay attention to the amount of effort and love and care that was put into it, I think this is one of the better Disney Channel DCOMs that came out around the 90s. So I'm really surprised that it took 29 years to get a sequel to this film, and they even set it up at the end to actually have a sequel if one did materialize, and thankfully that did happen, but it took almost 30 years to do so. I do have a few thoughts on it and a few questions about it. One being that I didn't realize until about partway through the movie that only a virgin could light the candle, but it only would take effect on Halloween night. So it had to be Halloween night. So Binks wasn't guarding the candle for 300 years, 365. So that was kind of interesting. I get it from his point of view, right? He doesn't want anyone else to light the candle so that nobody else's children die and that sort of thing. I thought it was cool that we got to see the place where the big fight scene would take place first, and then we come back to it later, that being the hollowed ground. I thought that was pretty interesting in and of itself, because they don't mention it during the big fight scene, and they really don't discuss what their plan's gonna be for that. Like, we just see it happen, which is honestly the best that you can do, because I don't want you to tell me the plan, I want you to show me the plan. But at the same time, I need a little bit more than just going back to the same place and what, you know, and then we actually see that their plan is to put Danny into a grave and basically form a circle of salt around her. Which brings me to my next point. Earlier in the, well, Yeah, it is earlier in the film, but it's almost right next to each other. What's her name? The girl that Max has a crush on. She she poured salt around herself, but then she had a chance because they were like just a couple inches away from each other, just to throw some salt on them, and I just wondered what would happen um if she had done that, if they would actually melt or whatnot. I don't know what type of room that room was. Um, Usually I would call it a freezer, but it was more like a furnace. And I was kind of surprised that Binks didn't die immediately because I think he should have died, but they should have known based on, or Binks should at least know that, that didn't work because he's still alive. Because the curse didn't get lifted. The music, I really like the music in this. It's actually very, very um good. Um, you know, it's catchy, it'll grab people's attention right away. I don't know if it has any staying power, but I did like I Put a Spell on You, and then during the course of the song they actually put a spell on them to make them dance the night away, which was a very clever way of writing the parents out of it. Um, that way we're not guessing where they are or what they're doing and that sort of thing. I thought that was kind of clever. Um, I like the song that Sarah sings to lure the children to the cottage. It reminds me of like a siren song, and I just find the voice very pleasing, the singing voice to be very pleasing to the ears. But I do wonder at what age that stops working because they can hear it, but it doesn't affect Max or uh Max's crush. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Maybe I should go back and look, but that's, but I just wondered at what age does it stop working? Who is Boris Karloff? Because I don't know who that is, and I just did a quick Wikipedia search, and it seems like he was typecast for doing um Halloween movies and kind of a mad genius and Frankenstein monsters and stuff like that. Um, so that seems to be the case there. Really did movies in the early days, did a lot of silent films, a lot of films in general, just very well known in that regard. Um, but that's kind of all I know about him. But if you guys have more information about him and his life and kind of what he did and stuff like that, let me know down in the comments below. Max never got his kiss, or they seemed like they were gonna kiss and they never actually did kiss. They might have kissed like at the end of the film, but that might have got cut or whatever, just because it wasn't that important. I know I touched on this a little bit earlier, but I'm surprised that the film didn't get a sequel right away. It seemed like they were setting up for it kind of right away or within a couple of years, but it took 29 years to do it, which is kind of interesting. I wonder what kind of was the what's the background and what was the behind the scenes like and that sort of thing as to why it didn't get made right away or anything like that. Maybe they just didn't have the story to tell until Max or the or basically the three sisters got older or something like that. I just don't have any idea. But those are my thoughts and my questions about Hocus Pocus after watching it. If you guys know any of the answers or anything like that, do let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to check out Hocus Pocus 2. Also, let me know if there's any other Halloween movies that you would like me to check out. And with that, guys, do consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you, guys.